So I'm here in Santorini in Greece for my destination intensive with Katie from Daring and Mighty. The reason that I chose to come away and do the destination intensive with Katie is because I really strongly felt that from the outside, which I was really proud of, everything in life seemed great. My relationship seemed perfect, my business was fantastic, the finances, everything like this. However, on the inside, there was definitely something not right, and the problem was I didn't know what it was. I knew what it was creating, so I knew it was creating, not all the time, but sometimes really intense frustration, anger, tears, throwing things around. I didn't know. I knew how I felt. I just didn't know why, and I knew 100% that Katie could help me find out why, piece it together, and just kind of fix everything really. So actually leaving the UK and coming away somewhere different really gave me the distance from my stuff that I needed. Therefore, I had a different perspective on it. Rather than being stuck in it and overwhelmed by it, I could really look at it from a distance and actually see it for what it really was, which wasn't as scary as when I was stuck in England. So that was massively powerful. It gave me a huge amount of clarity to take that step back. And also a huge part of what this whole journey is about what are your desires, what do you want to do, and how to create that self-love, and to come somewhere so beautiful for me, to work on me and treat me was a really important part of this process. So it's absolutely perfect. Our 2 days here in Santorini have been there's been two different sides to it. So first of all, each morning we've had the most beautiful breakfast in such a gorgeous, peaceful, magical setting, and then we've gone in to do our work together for about 4-hour chunks each morning. Obviously needless to say, it's been really powerful and profound. However, then in the afternoon we did things that I hadn't realised we were going to do, which actually kind of made everything even more intense and even more special, really. So we've done, we went down to the beach and did a cliff jump, which was very scary and very fun. We drove down there on the back of the quad bike, which was just really exhilarating and cool, just the wind in our hair and bombing along. We did some meditation in a beautiful Greek cave where it was a kind of dancing meditation, nothing too scary. And then a heart meditation. We've been for beautiful food, we've drunk some great wine, some nice cocktails, and just really, I think, what I've taken from the extra work outside of just the straightforward work is just really getting to know myself, getting to realise what my boundaries are and be okay with that, which is really new for me. So, for example, Katie quite happily and freely leaped off a cliff. Actually, I didn't want to do that because I was scared, and for the first time in my life I realised, do you know what, that's okay. I don't need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. These are my boundaries. I don't want to jump off a cliff, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to force myself or feel embarrassed or shy that I can't do it. I jumped off a metre-high step, and for me that was enough. It was fun, it was exciting, and we swam back to shore. With the meditation, Katie had mentioned there might be some dancing, and I was a little bit apprehensive. I didn't say it, but I was quite nervous. And when we got there, I realised, I really embraced it. We did something special, and it was an absolutely incredible experience. So it hasn't just been working on the homework and working on the things that I knew I needed to work on. It's actually pushed my boundaries and helped me get to know myself in ways that I hadn't planned to, ways that I didn't realise that I needed to, and ways that I can take back to the UK or for the rest of my life and actually use my boundaries, use the things that I've learned, and just be really happy and content with who I am, own who I am, and just be proud of that and not do things for anyone other than myself, really. So the most profound learning that I had during our morning coaching sessions was the the fact that what I thought my issue or my problem was, the answer that I thought I had to it wasn't actually the answer at all. So I think as a woman in business, there's a certain amount of intellect and common sense I'd really hope I had. And I had this stuff and these issues that were causing so much pain, and I thought I knew exactly why it was happening and exactly what the answer was, which is really why I came to Katie to just check that this is the right answer, and actually how can you help me make that and implement that to get to where I want to be. Turns out I didn't have the answer at all, and what we discovered to really be the foundation of what was causing all of this stuff was not only something a lot simpler and a lot more exciting to deal with than what I thought it was in the first place, but just absolutely life-changing. And I do feel like to say life-changing is a little bit of an understatement. I can't really put into words how I feel this is going to change every single area of my life, my business, my finances, my relationship with my partner, and most importantly, out of all of this, my relationship with myself. So I worked out something interesting this morning, which was, if I did know all the answers and I knew the problem and I knew the solution, why was I in so much pain? And I think we know stuff, but the truth is, if we did, we would do something about it, and things would be different. There's a block, there's a thing, there's some stuff, whatever that is, you need to work through it, and that's what we've done here, and it's just been absolutely incredible. The impact of these things on my business is, again, I know I keep using the word, but it is such a good description, it has been absolutely profound. I think it's really important to say that in business, I looked like I was doing quite well. I ticked all the boxes that I wanted to tick. So I had my business coach, I had my finance coach, I had my property mentors and coaches. And you know, I have a great following on Facebook, which I'm really grateful for. And from the outside, business looks incredible, and from the books it looks incredible, and in the office it looks incredible too. But again, there was just something not sitting right. So our intense work together has really made me realise my truth, kind of the truth of me, what I'm really here to do, what my desires are, what I really want. And although it's only really equalled quite small changes within the business and within what I want to achieve, the actual impact that will have in the next 6 months, 1 year, 5 years or 10 years, that's the life-changing part. The fact that I'm on the path that I want to be on, and I should be on, and the path that I was on this planet to be on, rather than what I think I should be on, or what looks good to be on, or what other people think, oh, that looks like a great path to be on. So just, yes, discovering the truth of who I am, what I'm meant to do, what I really want to achieve, what really makes me feel worthy and special and that sort of thing. So it's been fantastic for the business. I think Katie is probably one of the most special people that I've ever met in my entire life, and I know sometimes she might laugh at just how much I love her, but I am her biggest fan. So Katie's someone who came into my life over the internet, and when I saw her speak on her video, I just knew that I had to know her. I knew that I had to speak to her. I just knew that she knew me, although she didn't know me yet. I knew everything she said was exactly how I felt, and I knew that the way that she was speaking about having overcome those things, I knew that I had to go through that process. She's someone who is caring and considerate and is just so supportive and gentle when she needs to be, and also make sure you're doing what you need to do also when she needs to as well. She is someone who I honestly believe has the ability to change absolutely anybody's life if they're ready for it to be changed. Someone who can bring out your truth, your desires, the real you. Someone who can genuinely create your self-love, your happiness, your dreams, and just make life to be. So without without getting emotional, I think that Katie is someone that if you know you need her in your life, you know. And if spending time with her or speaking to her is something that just one little part of you feels that you need to do, you need to do it, because whatever you think will come from this, it will be more. Whatever you think, whoever you think you can be at the end, you'll be more. And it's just, I really can't imagine living life without having done what I've done and having the transformations I've had, because I look back and realise that I really wasn't doing it right. And now I am every day